Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to demonstrate how we can take a nice high key image and enhance it so it'll look more like this with some very simple retouching. So let's get started. Here's what we're going to do to our image. First thing I'm going to do is zoom up on the face and take a look at any small blemishes and lines or hairs that I might want to remove. So we'll do that with our patch tool. I'm just going to come in and remove those with the patch tool. And we'll just look around the face for any just any blemishes or things that I just feel that I'd like to remove, and we'll do that with the patch. I'll come in then and do the same thing to any stray hairs that are again on the face. So we'll just kind of draw a nice even line on the hair. We'll zoom out, take a look if there's any imperfections that I may have missed in the background, like camera dust. This is part of my background, but we'll just get rid of this as well. Now, when dealing with under eye bags, what I typically do is just do the same thing with my patch tool. Circle it, drag it down, but then it looks kind of funny because people normally have a shadow or a bag under their eye, so if you remove it completely, it looks funny. So what I like to do is fade it. And on a PC I do that by doing a Control-Shift-F, which opens the fade dialog, and I'll bring that down to about 50%, somewhere in that vicinity. And we'll do the same thing to our other eye. Drag it down, and if you're wondering, you can do Edit, Fade, Patch Selection. I don't know that my tools are showing up on the top there, but it's under Edit. And we'll bring that one down. Very good. Deselect it. And the retouching part is done. Now, the next thing I want to do is just run one of my softening actions. It's called a Sunsoft filter. And I made this filter because I used to enjoy the Koken Sunsoft filter and the effects I got when I was photographing with film. So this kind of emulates that. If we push that, our little dialog box will come up and it'll tell us to select the amount of softening by changing the layer opacity. Then, using the soft paintbrush, paint over the eyes, lips with 50% brush opacity, and click play when finished. And all of those things are pre-selected in this action, so you really don't, it's kind of a no-brainer. You just have to push stop and then paint the areas in that, or actually paint the areas out that you don't want to be as soft. So we'll paint out some of those areas that we don't want to be as soft. The eyes, the mouth. And I like to do the hair as well, because you can see the hair gets a little bit blocked up. If we take the opacity way up on this layer, you can see the hair just, the shadows are totally blocked up. So if you want to bring some of that back, we can just paint some of that out with a brush. And I'm just using a regular paintbrush. And my opacity is at 50%. So bring that back down so you can see the before and after. And then we'll just click our play button to continue the action. You can tell that it needs to be, something needs to be continued because the button is red. And there you have it, it's done. So there's the image that we just completed, and we can compare that to the way it was. It was pretty simple. Now, if we want to take it a step further, we can actually enhance the highlights in her hair even more, and we can do that a number of ways, but one of the easiest ways is just to push our high key vignette or highlight puncher button. And now what we're going to do is just on this layer mask, paint in some more highlight in the hair. And what I typically do here is just accentuate any of the highlights. And really, that's all there is to it. You can tell by, there's the before and after. So we've just punched up the highlights in the hair. We'll go in and flatten that, and we are all done.